Hello, and welcome back to Fate Extra CCC. So today we're gonna go ahead and go do Meltlif's third floor. Really close to the ending here. Just this floor and the boss fight, and then we get into the last chapter. So yeah, kind of exciting. We're almost at the end of the full Let's Play. The next thing we do is Gilgamesh. So yeah, it's kind of kind of exciting, really. Alright, let's cast say anything. Let's go to some council and see what they have to say, shall we? Good morning, Kishinami. You're both physically and mentally sound. The good old Kishinami we know and love. Morning, Haku. I like that motivated look you got there. Of course. Meltlif has her invincibility and maybe her privileged skills. We're at normal disadvantage, but we're also in no position to get cold feet. We're always at a disadvantage anyways. That's reassuring to hear. Personally, I feel a bit iffy. I have good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first? Offering such a choice to be an effective, Miss Dosika, regardless of which one is chosen, the same reports will be given out. Come on, how boring. We'll never get the many dreams to fall for you if you ever go straight to the ending. Really? Ahem. I'll leave the topic for another time. Miss Haku is here, so let's be efficient. As Assistant Council Clerk, I will give the report to President Haku. It took time, but we learned how Meltlif was cheating. Huh? I would have written it in the bunch would have a breakthrough, but truly hearing about it catches me by surprise. What else would one expect from the top candidates of the Holy Grail War? No one is as reliable as they are. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad you're happy and all, but let's finish. We figured out she isn't invincible, but now the problem is how to get through it. Ronnie, if you please could. Yes, I'll give you a high-level explanation. Tipper's Meltlif has been tampering with the system, not herself. She took control of the Seraph's management system and altered one fundamental rule. It states that Meltlif cannot be harmed. She's completely guilty of performing an illegal modification. She didn't modify herself, she modified the world. How much of audacity can she have? Mere players like us would have never come up with that. Yeah, she's not enhancing her defense through a skill. A rule is making her invincible. She may be a cheater, but she's one smart ego. So that's what it was. No wonder I couldn't find an intrusive illegal modification in Meltlif, no matter how much I looked. So if I check the Seraph's management system and remove the bug, Meltlif will revert to normal, right? But I want the possible BB controls the far side of the moon, so I can no longer perform system checks. Correct. Therefore, President Hakuno must travel to the Seraph management system and to lift Meltlif's invincibility, which means she must reach the moon cell's central region. I to travel to and reach the moon cell's central region. Basically, I want to be the dash over to the final layer. But shields are blocking the labyrinth, which I can't get through the labyrinth unless we defeat Meltlif. There's only one solution. If we aggregate all the computational power used to operate this building, it is possible to destroy shields. However, I only get to destroy one. After the shield is destroyed, the old school building will halt. It'll take time to recover. During that time, all of your backup will be cut off, President Haku. It'll be extremely dangerous and you'll be alone. So, yeah, that's how it is. Now, I'll give you the bad news. In order to beat Meltlif, we'll have to keep evading her and keep going to the end of the labyrinth. Then, even if you reach the barrier, communications between us will be completely cut off. You and your servant will stroll into the Moonsel Central region on your own and access the Seraph's key systems. Before Meltlif catches up to you, you'll get rid of that unfair rule. See? There may only be one floor left, but this is a tall order, isn't it? Still, there's no other choice left. This strategy has a sub 10% chance of success, but it's the best chance we have at present. Correct. The Vice President, no. Our proposed strategy is suicide mission that, while possible, has a low chance of success, but... I know. As long as there's a chance, there's a risk worth taking. There's no need for Ren and the others to look so gloomy. I mean, until now we didn't even have a chance. We can just wipe that rule, Meltlif's invincibility will go with it. After all, we'll just be beating her in the match of pure strength. Conversely, that means Caster can finally get some payback after getting sliced up so much. Yeah, gosh, if it's time for me to feel this impressed, that sort of positive thinking makes me want to start worrying. Rani, Sakura, if Haku's the one facing the most danger here and is raring to go, then we need to get determined too. Okay, once the shield is destroyed, the school power supply will be shut down. I have my own separate reserve power though. Please trust me to keep you pointed towards the south after you enter the central region, Kishinami. I'll be adjusting the old school building's resources. We'll increase competition so that we can destroy the shields quickly. Our strategy is as we've outlined before. You'll storm the 18th floor and head to the end of the labyrinth before getting caught by Melchor. Then, as soon as you reach the shield, it'll break down. Then it's all up to you and Sakura. We don't know if something is waiting for you at the central the moon central region. Regardless, you can do it. Right, new President Hagu? Of course. I'll do everything I can to see our plan through. Alright, and please hurry over to the labyrinth before Melchor catches on to your plan. What's wrong, Sakura? Something bothering you? No, I was just wondering. What was the altered rule originally about? Well, it's the time perception. In imaginary numbers, space has different physical laws in real space, so technically one cannot sense time. Melchor overrode that loss to become lots of registered hits on her. There's a certain silver lining there. Thanks to not having that rule, we are able to accept the gravity of our situation. If you had thought there was no time limit, we might have still have been on the second floor. Melchor sure caused a lot of trouble. I wonder if PBS realized this. Probably not. There's no, they say no one knows you better than yourself, but it's typical for humans to overlook their own dishonesty. Humans. BB's quite human-like, isn't she? As are the alter egos. Yes, although it's peculiar that while an AI, her actions are driven by emotions. Melchor lives an alter ego, and an alter ego said she doesn't need BB, and even goes as far as to mess with the rules. She's earnestly trying to end the world for different reasons than BB is. By taking every human being and turning him into Melchor, she's trying to make a world just for conquering Kishinami and herself. Yes, even if we develop emotions, we cannot let that stand. No, any AI cannot be allowed to develop emotions. Please, Kishinami, don't let Melchor put any more contradictions into your head. Alright, so before we go, let's just talk to Rani. Apologies for the wait. The data Archer gave us is finished decompressing. Since the folder is unnamed, we don't know whose memory this belongs to, but it is an events archive file and utilizing pseudo-spiritrons. If you open the folder, a patch will automatically be reflect to its owner. Shall we open it? Of course. Maybe with cautions about storing it after all, there's a high chance that there's a clue in it that will help defeat her. Please wait, don't go opening someone's memories when you don't know what it belongs to. There's nothing risky about it, right? It's not if someone else's memory is going to be overwritten. In any case, sentient humanoids within the Seraphs have souls, sword models via pseudo-strong spirits. Overriding memories that aren't yours and brainwashing someone who is a huge endeavor, even maybe would need some time to pull it off. Simply opening the file and having their memories returned to you won't matter. If they're fake, they'll bounce off the soul. Yes, you're right. Sorry for rejecting. Please continue. Then I'll try to extract it. I believe it will be relevant to either Miss Dosaka, Miss Haku, or me. Close your eyes, relax your position, consciousness. Alright, I'm opening it. Anyway, anything come to mind? I don't feel any different, by the way. I haven't discovered anything new either. It must have belonged to Miss Haku then, I suppose. Miss Haku, please comment. If it's hard to speak out loud, or even if it's a memory of Miss Osaka-zachi, feel free to write it down. Well, about that. I take issue with this too keenly peeping at me exclusively. Anyways, I don't feel very much different. If I recall correctly, I was said during that BB channel that the truth would be revealed. But I have no clue what the truth is about. Maybe I should know what this truth is, just haven't realized about that's the truth. I see. Well, it's become clear at some point, like it or not. Don't worry about it. Let's just keep exploring. Rin's right. Well, let's keep doing what we can right now. I might just be imagining it, but Sakura seems to be acting a little strange. She looks pale and seems to be suppressing some chills. Sakura, your thought routines are unstable. Has your accumulated fatigue not gone away? No, that's not it. I'm sorry. She gets some rest in the infirmary. What was that? Sakura went to the student council room. She glanced at me as if to tell me something. Maybe she wants to tell me something private? Alright. Now we go to the labyrinth. Not the labyrinth. To the infirmary. I was man in the infirmary door. As usual, Catherine told me she would wait for me in the hallway. But this time, I'm not checking up on Sakura to see if she's feeling alright. so it's not necessarily stand by in the hallway. Not very much like the Figo inside, but stands for an absolute safe zone, so only Sakura can drive you. Certain enemies and I think even BB can't enter. Looks like you're the only exception, darling. That's why it was bitter tears I keep waiting out here. I had no idea. So only Sakura and I can enter the infirmary. I recall what happened during the preliminaries. Sakura said she knew nothing about those days. Initially, I also thought my memories were just jumbled up, but after they returned to me, it was real. I definitely spent time with Sakura here in this infirmary. Many days. As if we were your place to disappear the next day. I spent many days here. Maybe. This is the truth we've been hiding. If so, there's only one other person whose memories could have been taken from. Yep. Hey, Sakura. I already myself and opened the door. Sakura standing by the table. She smiled solemnly as if having reached the end of the dream, or as if having realized the dream was over.
ごめんなさい。先輩は正しかったんですね。さっきの記憶は私のものです。形式が AI 用のものでしたから、初めから分かっていたんです。
So it was hers. Bibi wanted to keep them away as long as possible, but it wouldn't hurt her if they were stolen. But for some sentimental reason, she didn't want to return them. Those memories were of Sakura's time in the infirmary.
私も思い出しました。ここで何があったのかを。TV が隠していた真実は何だったのかを。
Sakura began to speak without deceit, in a way that presents itself as an AI. Devoid of human-like emotions or hesitation with hard to discuss facts, in a detached manner, she speaks only the truth.
先輩の言う通り、私はこの保健室で何日も先輩と時間を共有しました。お茶を飲んで、授業の内容を話し合って、本当に普通の生徒として何でもない時間を過ごしたんですね。
Yeah, I spent many days chatting with her here. However, I had only mattered for one single day. Also, the Holy Grail preliminaries are set to last just 4 days. No matter how I look at it, there's an inconsistency regarding the number of days I spent in the infirmary. What can explain that?
あれは不正行為です。さくら、あの時の私が1日目をループさせて先輩と過ごしたんです。あの時の私は異常なバグを起こし、ムーンセルの管理から外れてしまいました。それを助けてくれたのがあなたです。あの時の私がなぜあんなことをしたのか、今の私には分かりません。ただ事実として私はムーンセルに介入し、あなたと自分だけ予選の一日を可能な限りやり直しました。けれど私、麻藤さくらの力ではそれも永遠には続きません。69日目に限界を迎え、あなたは正しい時間、予選を終えた本戦に進んだようです。その後のことは先輩の方が詳しいと思います。
A single day repeated 69 times. Oh, so that's what happened.
もっとも、今の私はリブート中のことを覚えてはいません。そういう事実があったことを確認できるようになっただけです。私はその間の記憶を消去しましたから。
Erase those memories. Why would she do such a thing?
先輩は私たちムーンセル側の聖杯戦争のルールを知っていますか？地上から招かれマスターとして選ばれた128人のウィザードたち、その度に作り直されるセラフ。ムーンセルはマスター支援のユニットとして NPC や上級 AI を作り出します。彼らは聖杯戦争の終了と同時に解体され、ただのメモリに戻る。私はロールのある上級 AI ですから、プログラムが消されることはありませんが、その戦いで得た経験は全てリセットされます。わかりますか？私たちムーンセル側、いえ、人間ではない仮想生命は聖杯戦争が終わると消されてしまうんです。
I've heard that somewhere before. Maybe I have memories of it from back in the near side of the moon's proper Holy Grail War. The moon cell doesn't allow for the existence of AI. All the supercomputers on Earth put together would pale in comparison to the divine brain of the moon cell automaton. And yet, this computing machine adamantly denies it contains artificial intelligence.
はい。ムーンセルは想定以上に成長した AI を許しません。聖杯戦争の邪魔をするバグなんて許さないんです。
So that's how it is. Sakura went out of line and repeated the time we spent together. If the moon cell discovers this, forget about her experience. Her entire framework will be deleted. That's why she had no choice but to personally delete the evidence of being out of line, the memories of those 69 days.
はい。私が消去された場合、後任はカレンと呼ばれる AI になります。
Well, it's like, if you think about it, the moon cell hates deleting data, so the whole fact that she to even attempt to delete data is already an infraction that could delete her entire framework. So crazy, right?
彼女はそのアルゴリズムに問題があって、マスターの命を優先しません。命より試練を良しとする子なんです。彼女がマスターの健康管理職に就いた場合、先輩の生存率は
extremely low. In fact, apparently no more than 3% by the third round. I never met her, but you must have been one hell of an AI.
ここからは推測になりますが、私の不正行為が原因になって BB が起動したのだと思います。彼女は私のバックアップです。けれど、不正中に目覚めたからでしょう。人間の健康管理、その基準値が故障してしまった。彼女は目覚めた時から狂っていた。管理 AI の特権を使って月の裏側であんなになるまで成長して支配してしまった。彼女はヌーゼルを犯す病、月の癌です。けれど、それを生み出したのは私でした。私と BB は同型機ではなくて同じものだった。今ではもう別の AI ですが、元は同じ桜だったんです。これ
Sakura says, then stops talking. She probably doesn't want to look at me in the eyes, but she bravely does so anyways. Sakura confesses that she's the one responsible. Let's go with I don't think there's an actually option here. Yeah, I forgive her. To me, I don't consider that she did sinful at all or at all wrong. Who was the most in the wrong here? I would say the moon cell is at fault for not helping Sakura when she was suffering. Besides, Sakura has been helpful to Rin, Rani, and me. She would have been better off if she abandoned her humans. Yet, she's risking her life to help us. How can anyone announce her knowing that?
私からの話はこれで全てです。先輩、いえ、自分が生き残るために戦ってください。AI は皆さんのために作られたもの。壊れて当然の消耗品ですから、私の体を気遣う必要はないんです。
I'm not fine with that. I'm not fine. I'm not fine with that. I should fight for my own, just my own sake. I don't care about what happens to Sakura. I've long since forgotten how to do such things. Besides, Sakura isn't expendable. She's here, alive. AI or not, she's an important friend to me. After all, I remember the warmth she has. Once she has collapsed near the entrance in pain, tears welled up in her eyes, simply calling out to her. I remember her warmth.
ひどい。
Hmm.
先輩はひどいです。私は AI として正しいことをしました。愛は不要だから、記録は全部消して、正しい AI に戻りました。なのに、胸が苦しい。正しいことをしたと分かっているのに、なんで、こんなにも苦しいんでしょう。
All I can do for Sakura right now is silently crying as she is to cheer her up. I can only recall the days we spent in the infirmary together in fragments. So it was all one big loop from her overriding things. I do sense that I spent a lot of time here, but I'm uncertain as to what had occurred. Still, I believe that those days meant something to both Sakura and me. That's why I don't want you to ever say those things again. I tell that to Sakura and let go of her hand.
でも
And no buts, I add. Okay, I don't know if I can pull it off, but I'll
改
try.
めて、いえ、
Once again,
保健委員としてじゃなく、私として初めて約束します。必ず先輩たちを元の世界に戻すって。だから先輩も負けないでください。私は何があっても先輩の味方です。
Sakura's smiles and words are trustier than a million troops. This is where we make our comeback. I tell her that I'm heading out, then leave the infirmary. Who am I? What did I decide from the Holy Grail War? The answers to those questions they won't come to me. However, now I have a firm grasp of what I need to do. I'm going to protect her. I carved this into my mind. For that smile I will triumph. Alright. Time to go into the labyrinth, alright? Let me see. Yep, we've done everything. Time to go to the labyrinth. Actually, let me just see if Cass has anything to save. Sometimes you sneak up stuff in, Okay, no. Just in case. I like to check. Just in case. Let's go schoolyard. Alright, before we go to that floor, we still have to go into the previous one. Not exactly, guys. We need to go and grab the item that was left behind here. The guy just gets demolished there. Fine. I guess we could just get 3 XP just beating these guys. Yeah, I should have expected. Of course. Yeah, damn, this guy was hell of annoying. Alright, that should be good. Let's just heal up.
お返しです。不可もなく不可もなく。愛の力で絶好。
There you go, an elixir.
おけたちです。これかなりいいものみたいですよ。
Why it's always good to come back to stuff. There's always an important item you have to backtrack to get. Anyways, we're actually just gonna go back so we can heal up again and go back in. There we go. Back in. 18th floor, let's go. We're already at 2 levels higher, so we're good, really. Level 18, Crime Ballet.
それでは大物へと参り。ゾワッときた。この冷たい気配出ましたね。
Yes, it is, Caster. It's definitely her. It's not even the first time an alter ego blocked off the exit.
聞こえる？何かあったの？そっちの状況をモニターできないんだけど、どうなってるか知らせて。ようこそ私の最も深いところへ。飛んで火にいるとはこのことね。
Communications with the student council room has been cut off. The steps back to the old school building are blocked off. Before it extends mountain is still invincible. It doesn't get any worse than this.
でも何の策もなしにやってくるなんて。ここで決めると宣言してあげたのは余計なお世話だったかしら。自分から火に飛び込むのは小さな虫だけと聞いていたけど、最近は人間も死にたがりなのね。いいわ、それなら虫として潰してあげる。邪魔なサーバントはここで退場。その後であなたは私に同化するのよ。安心なさい、痛みはないから。これはあなたのための毒。あなたのためだけに作られる最高の愛の形なのだから。本妻の前で堂々と浮気宣言？もはや一遍の猶予もねえ。そのただれた頭ごと消毒してやります。大体どうかって考えがキモいです。格好のいいこと言ってますけど、要は自分のものにするってことですよね。結論は同じでも、まだあのおっぱいお化けの方が可愛げがありました。恋人を物扱いなんて女の風上にも置けません。そもそもご主人様は私のものです。もう魂にまで唾つけて予約済みなんですからにーだ。それは私と何が違うのかしら。何もかも違います。あなたの愛は運命同化体、私の愛は運命共同体。ご主人様が得る喜びも苦しみも共に自分のものとする。愛する人の人生そのものを受け止める。それが妻の務めです。形に恋をしているだけのあなたに私のご主人様を渡すわけには参りません。
So that's how deeply she thinks of me. Damn, I got carried away for a second there. Right, so now isn't time for that. Later, won't even be time for that. Casper's right. Perhaps love is based on one-sided values. To assimilate someone into yourself basically means to turn them into your personal belongings.
本当に呆れたわ。私が人間扱いしてないですって。そんなの初めからそう言っているじゃない。開き直りましたか？人間的なものなんていらないの。だって感情とか気持ち悪いし、人形の方が愛しやすいと思わない。
Matsulift glares at me with a cold-hearted smile. No idea what makes her different from Passionlip. Passionlip wanted was for others to love her, but this alter ego wants to wholeheartedly love only herself. She never had any intentions of having a relationship based on mutual love.
理解してもらえて私もほっとしたわ。これで何に気を使うまでもなくあなたを取り込める。
Here she comes. As soon as she catches us, we still have no way of beating Melchor.
この変質ドールフェチ、あんなのに捕まったらお先真っ暗です。
Yep, let's
逃げ
run.
ましょうご主人様。いつまで逃げられるかしら。楽しいハンティングの始まりね。
We'll get hit. Yeah. We'll get hit. Here is responsible to not get hit the first thing, but yeah.
他の人間たちにもこうすればよかった。あんな生もの
We all played this, so there's no worry about this.
ええ、次からは片っ端からゴミ箱に流し込んであげる。シュレッダーにかける書類みたいにバラバラにしてね。
We enter the wide open space. Still can't see the end of the labyrinth. The path forks. I hesitate a bit and end up stopping on my tracks. I don't know which one is right. Which one is right to take. If we run into a dead end, we'll be completely out of options.
所詮は人間のスピードね。そんな足ではどちらに逃げても同じことよ。
Melchor.
このまま奥に進んでも兄さんたちと連絡が取れないのでは。手詰まりですね。こうなったら覚悟を決めて1秒でも長くあいつの邪魔をしてやりますとも。でもその前におい、そこの変態。人間嫌いは結構ですが、それって矛盾してません？ご主人様とて人間です。あなた本当に愛せるんですか？愛しているわ。だって私が好きなのは彼女であって人間じゃないもの。むしろ人間であることが唯一の傷よ。今の狩りは楽しかった。おかげで私も本当にしたいことが分かったわ。あなたの人間としての部分をそぎ殺してあげる。完全な二次元キャラになって私のものになりなさい。
The fourth look reminds me of a ballerina. Melchor dashes. She leaps forward, seeking to end my life. This time for sure. However, right before it happens.
そこまでよ。勝手が過ぎたわね、メルトリリス。何？
Well, that's that. BB. Wait, this is a virtual image of BB. Just like before, she opened the circuits into this labyrinth.
そんな、私のルールが一瞬で。どうしてあいつらに手を貸すの、BB。彼女の味方をしたのではありません。あなたの邪魔をしたのです、メルトリリス。システムの改ざんは許しません。無敵性が許されるのは私だけ。神は一体のみで十分です。あなたには必要なだけの力を与えました。自分の力だけで戦いなさい。本来の役割に徹しなさい、メルトリリス。私の背後を守るのがあなたの存在意義です。自分のことを棚に上げて、これだからオリジナルは優先順位をまるで分かっていないのよ。むむ、自分同士で足を引っ張り合うとか、いよいよ神がかったバカっぷり。それでこそヤンデレーズと笑いたいところですが、セラフのシステムを一瞬で破棄とか、本気で神様レベルになってません？あの方。 幸先がちょっと不安ですが、それはそれということで、さあ覚悟しやがれツンツルテン。BB の気まぐれ一つで随分と威勢がいいのね。いいわ、現実を見せてあげる。私の愛がどれほど深く周到な蜜なのか、その体で思い知りなさい。
Alright, let's go.
マスター、サクッとやっちゃいましょう。さあ、溶けるように踊りましょう。浅はかな希望に満ちたの。悪くないです。その希望ごと無残に切り刻んであげる。
Alright, I think this should be good.
触ってみてくださいます？
God damn, it still did so much damage even with our guard. This was a bad idea. Even if her invincibility is gone, her basic skills are far too apart. Also, Miguel, how many levels have you stolen using that shameless absorption ability? That's your question? From me. Don't you remember the design, the brand, the amount of calories of dessert you've ever eaten in your life? Lava draining to me is akin to breathing. If you still insist on knowing, I'll at least give you a description of my power. Curious in despair, I'm level 999. I constantly maintain my level by giving this frame as much as it can hold. Level 999. This goes beyond cheating. She's so greedy, she's still experienced from servants, NPCs and masters until to the level cap. Did you realize this? If I weren't constrained by this upper limit of my level, I would be an AI that's positive in BB. After BB breaks down, I'll continue through her remaining work. At that point, the first thing I'll do is remove the limit on my level. Once I do that, as long as there are humans, I will continue infinitely. And if I end up raising my level to 1 trillion, I should be able to take in the moon cell without being deleted. This is my Meltwave's true power. Get it? Don't get your hopes up just because my invincibility is gone. It's unbelievable. Does BB know about this? It's possible that the alter ego she generated could end up destroying not only the moon cell but her as well. So how I will continue this pleasure theater? There's nowhere to run. First an arm, then a leg. I'll imagine drink one part at a time. Circuits connected. Are you okay, Shinji? Sakura, our comms are back. Does that mean the stairs are back too? Sorry, no can do. Just run, Hako. The grand course is on your right. My body reacts to instructions before my mind does. I take Cassie's hand and dash towards the path. For the time being, all we can do is get away from Meltwave. Alright, I'm actually just gonna stop while we do this, or I just... There we go. Just in case. Oop, wrong way. We have to come back here later to grab all the items. It's safer that way. Some particularly good items too. Like, I don't think there's any elixirs here hidden or something. There we go. What's with this tacky, crude, ugly barrier? I don't remember ever seeing this here. What's going on? After the other that barrier appeared, maybe Ren and the others hacked it in? No, it appears to be a trap that was laid beforehand. We have nothing to do with it. What's going on? Is Vivi giving us a hand again? It doesn't matter. I can get through a measly firewall like there's no problem. Yeah, what is this texture? It's gross. It's soft, slimy, like rotten seaweed. Who would blanch the vulgar thing in my labyrinth? I don't know what the hell the deal is here, but it's a chance for us. While much looks struggling with that, let's widen our lead. Indeed. Alright, let's get out of here. We can't grab all the stuff here since she's not following us anymore. This guy will get some good XP, so let's speed him up. Come here. Let's go for... yep. Let's see, I don't think this guy is considered mild, but... I guess we can see. Oh wait, no. Nope. Alright, let's see if this works. It should do a great amount of damage if the guy doesn't guard. He didn't guard, awesome. Right, I forgot the fucking skill doesn't scale with the skill doesn't work with the buff. I forgot about that. Damn it. Well, at least we got our MP back. There we go. But yeah, I forgot that the fucking skill doesn't work with the buff. Alright. We got the Chomper there. Yeah, Marion, this guy mostly just attacks, or breaks. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, yeah, let's just do this. Honestly, I think just one time should be just enough to beat his ass. Yeah, see. Let me see, 200, 206. Okay, so we gain like roughly 40 after everything. Alright, this guy should be easy enough. Yeah, yeah. Alright, let's beat this guy up. Alright, so it should be break, guard, this. Alright, I think it should be roughly this thing. Let's see. Nope. Well, it's not that. Alright, let's just do whatever. Then he's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna heal. Alright, let's see. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah, we got another strong enemy there. Another wall there. These guys give us pretty good XP, so might as well just beat them up. Right, let's just do this twice. And then we can do whatever.
浮気爆裂。またの名を一夫多妻挑戦権。ああもうご主人様ったらたまりません。愛の力で絶好調。
Alright. Wall guy again. Come here. Whatever, let's just do this. Alright, should be good enough. There we go. Hey, I didn't even know we had patterns on this guy. Okay. One last seaweed wall. We got far away from Meltrolith. Looks like we can get to the end of the labyrinth now. But I wonder who on earth set up a barrier. Now look, it's too hot that I'm Meltrolith. All that skill you have, you get your skill left. Something to make a clean getaway. Shinji, I see. This is your doing? Revenge, I presume. Revenge? Nah, not really. I got no grudge towards you. I just came here to laugh at you. Fine. Keep talking, Shinji. I'll humor you since this piques my interest. What about me did you come to laugh about? Isn't it obvious? I'm laughing at how lame you are. So tunnel vision on Kishinama that you didn't notice me slip in. Who had barrier traps set up on your own labyrinth. Yeah, you stood around fiddling your thumbs waiting for Kishinama to come along. If we turned her back on you, yet you went around floating your levels off, I had myself some good chuckles over how trash you are. Well, if anything, Shinji is good at rage baiting. I'll give him that. I hear Shinji and Meltrolith talking. Maybe some signals are overlapping, but I hear a conversation going on somewhere far away. Shinji? Why is he in the labyrinth? Wait, this is really bad. How come Shinji and Meltrolith are in the same room? It looks like he has hidden while manipulating that barrier, but now he's nowhere to hide. At this rate, Shinji will... It's pissing me off. As much as a warm as you are, getting on people's nerves is one thing you're good at. But appearing, before we must mean you've said your prayers, I take it? Or maybe you're here to beg for your life. I'll spare you if you cry, if you apologize. But this time I'll make sure to turn smaller than thick. You'll be a nano-sized virus. Nah, no thanks. You gotta keep pretending you're some king of drain. I mean, look, you've got that negative mindset. You pretend to be all cool, but you've done it all clumsy. No style. Well, no wonder people like to avoid, no wonder the people you like to avoid, you like to play. Man, it's sad. You approach all aggressively, but you still ignore. Doesn't it hurt? If I were you, I'd off myself in embarrassment. Ha! What the hell is he thinking? Come back the way you came, Haku. Shinji's going to get himself... I know. I can't let Shinji get killed. Not after all the work. Yeah, we can't get Shinji get killed, not after all the work we've gone to keep him alive. Anyways, let's go there.
僕なら自殺していると言ったわね。そう。なら望み通りにしてあげる、シンジ。
無様なのはどっち？マスターなんてサーバントがいなければただの人間。いえ、経験値よ。あれだけ私をイラつかせたのだもの。あなたの命だけじゃ飽き足らない。その全てを吸い上げて1キロバイトまで。いえ、1プランクまでスケールダウンさせてあげる。喜びなさい。あなたの才能は全て私。
はは。
何これ。どういうことなの？
まったくさ、遠坂たちも甘いんだよね。無敵をなんとかすればいいとか、発想が二流のゲーマーだよ。無敵が切れた後のレベル差も考えておく。それが完璧な攻略、完璧なゲーマーさ。
It's a dreadful scene. Whole was poor through Shinji's development, and while the virus dissolves his insides, blood spills from his mouth as he repeatedly laughs. Still, he appears full of dignity, as no one else had ever shown.
何をしたのシンジ？どうして私のレベルが1にまで下がっているのよ。
あれ、言い忘れてたかな。僕さ、間違ってウイルスを飲んでレベルが下がっちゃったんだよね。気づかずに飲み続けていたらいつの間にかカンストしてたわけ。いやー、驚いちゃうよね。レベルってさ、マイナス999まで下がるんだから。
なんですって。じゃあ私はマイナス999の負債をあなたからドレインした。そんな、ありえない。自分の体を囮にして私を罠にはめたというの、あなたが。幼稚で身勝手で他人を愛せないあなたにそんなことできるわけが。
そうだよ、その通りだよ。僕は子供でわがままで他人のことなんてどうでもいいさ。けどさ、ゲーマーとしてどうしてもオタクの方針は我慢できない。僕だって弱者をいたぶるのは大好きだけど、あれは自分の実力あってのもので、借り物の性能とかしらけるにも程がある。本当チート行為とか無視が走るぐらいキモいんですけど、バカバカ、あとバカ。
シンジ
思い知ったか。アジア圏一のゲームチャンプをなめんなよ。
Maximus moves to attack Shinji again, but Gatsby catches the blow. Mimi confiscates her invincibility, and Shinji causes her overpowered levels to tank. At this point, Maximus is nothing more than an obstacle that is possible to defeat.
天罰的面因果応報。シンジさんをただの嫌なワカメと見くびりましたね。いや、私もそう思っていましたが、苔の一面を見せていただきました。その誇り倍にしてお返ししましょう。 そういうこと。結局は私も最後は自分の心に閉じこもるしかないってわけね。いいわ、ここは引いてあげる。この階層はあなたたちの好きにすればいい。でもそれも束の間の夢よ。私は誰にも邪魔されない場所でまた人間たちからレベルを吸い上げる。この私にふさわしい満足のいくレベルを取り戻したら会いに来るわ。それまで仲間ごっこを続けるのね。
Malsworth ran off. She's only as strong as any other average servant right now. She probably intends to recover her power while inside one of those statues. We can't proceed to the court with that statue blocking our way. We need to take her out before she hits the level cap again. But first things first.
見ただろう。これが一流ゲーマーのコープってやつさ。
More than half of Shinji's body is gone. He's disintegrating from the wound Melchizedek gave him, and from the virus that was injected afterwards. The bonds between his spirit tones are dissolving, and his exterior is eroding away. It's like a work of glass that's shattered. If you don't handle it right, there's no point in trying to heal or repair him in any way. He's not on the verge of death, he's already...
わかってるよ。体を構成する量子が完全に消えるまで普通に話せるのがセラフのいいところだよね。痛覚はカットしてあったし、全然痛くないからどうってことないんだけどさ。リアルに体が消えていくのは気持ち悪くて吐きそうになる。もうその機能もないわけだけど。
I can't find the words to say. It would feel wrong to tell him thank you, since he didn't do this so that we can be grateful to him that much we gathered. That's why this hurts more than it should. Regardless of his motives, all that matters is that he faced off against Melchizedek and helped Hakurik Shinabi. And I have absolutely no idea why.
なんだよその顔。最後まで神気臭いやつだな。あ？どうして僕がこんなことをしたのかわからない。そんなことで罪悪感いっぱいなわけ。お前。
Shinji's attitude is as bad as ever. He smirks proudly and aimlessly looks up towards the labyrinth sky.
まあさ、僕もさ、思い出しちゃったんだよね。本当の記憶ってやつ。聖杯戦争の話だよ。ムカつくけど、お前に負けたんだろう、僕。
Yeah, Shinji and I fought each other in the Holy Grail War. It was in the first round where neither I, Shinji, or any other masters had come to terms with the fact that it was a real battle royale. Shinji has lost to Hakurik Shinami and vanished while exclaiming his resentment. That's why I really don't understand this. Thinking back on the final moments, I would never have imagined Shinji throwing his life away for the person who killed him. I would have thought that all he had in him was hatred toward Hakurik Shinami yet.
そうだよ。すげえムカついてるよ。今でもお前なんか嫌いだよ。でもさ、お前泣いたじゃん。2回戦か3回戦の頃にさ、僕のこと思い出して泣いてただろ。知ってるよ。
I say, now that he mentions it, I think that did happen. In the middle of my battles, I fought about all the masters I'd overcome and started whining about it. But what's the reason? That's the reason?
そうだよ。あんなことでよかったんだ。聖杯戦争で優勝する。 なんて記録は残せなかったけど、それぐらいは残ったんだなって。なんだろうね。死んじゃうと安っぽいヒューマニズムに騙されちゃうくらいバカになるみたいだ。なんかあれさ、少し嬉しかったんだ。だからお前がここで消えたら誰も僕のために泣かないじゃん。そう思ったら仕方ないなって。本当に怖くて嫌だったけど、よく考えたらリアルな初めての友達だったし、本当に僕は死にたくなんてなかったけど、みんなちくしょう。そうだよ、どうせ僕は表に戻れば消えるんだし、元からゼロだったんだ。それなら何かすごい記録じゃなくて、僕のために泣いてくれたやつが残ってくれるなら、お前がつまんないやつでも思い出す誰かを残さなくちゃって。だからお前には残っていて。
Ricardo is sitting smile on his face, Shinji completely disintegrates. Like Gato, he is already a dead master, a dead man who could only exist in the far side of the moon. A boy who was eliminated in the first round, who the war remaining in no one's memories and leaving no fantastic score behind. But in the very, very end, he left Hakuna Kishinami behind. Not some glamorous personal score, he left behind the worthless friend who cried for him.
シンジさんの生体反応消滅しました。この裏側での記録もサーバーからロスト。彼を記憶しているのは観測していた私たちだけとなります。
参ったわ。ゲーマーも侮れない。一流のプライド、かっこよかったわよ、シンジ。
This must be Rin's way of saying goodbye. I follow her by thanking Shinji in my head and stand up.
入り口の階段はまだ消えたままよ。奥にチェックポイント反応があるから、そこから一旦起動して。こっちは至急、メルトリリスの彫像にダイブする術式を組み上げるわ。
I know. I won't waste this chance Shinji carved this for us. We need to finish this off Melchel before she returns to the previous level. Alright, and as always...
とにかくお部屋に帰り
After
ま
the
しょ
mission clear, we
う。
can't,
私にお任せくださいませ。
we can't head back, so yeah, can't let Shinji go away. Yeah. It's a bit of a waste of time, but well, it is what it is, right? Let's just head back then. I think all the enemies still haven't spawned. I think enemies in this game, unlike an extra, only spawn when you re-enter the labyrinth. I think that's how it is. So yeah. There's one more guy there, so let's just beat this guy up.
部をわきまえ。プチッと潰しますね。プチッ。
Alright, should be good enough.
いきます。1号。
That does have to help.
これが私の奥の手です。玉も目玉の得点とか好きだな。
Let's go with. Let's see.
一点も残しません。いけますかも。
That's cool. Well, we still got a hit in, so that's good.
なら殴る。
Nah, of course. Come on, we got two. There we go.
不可もなく不可もなく。
That's
以外はおかえり。そのあたりにチェックポイントがあるはずよ。見つけ。
Comes through Sun Consum, cannot noise rushes through the labyrinth. I don't get surprised by this anymore. That's what happens when BB meddles with things from outside the labyrinth.
また一人マスターが消滅しました。旧校舎にとどまっていれば生命活動は守られるというのに。自滅です。またしても自滅です。いくら私でも自滅する生命を観察することには徒労を感じざるを得ません。
Throughout the labyrinth, where it comes from the student council room have completely cut off. BB's voice echoes coldly.
あなたもです。なぜ迷宮にいるのです。非論理的です。まだ諦めていないなんて。生命は生存確率の高いルートに従うもの。本能に逆らうのはやめなさい。
It's the other way around. I'm here because I'm following my instincts to survive. The moment I look at BB to tell her that, I sense something was out of place. BB's voice, no, her tone, gestures, various aspects of her demeanor have begun to change compared to how she used to be. Regardless of how, rogue she's gone, or how evil she is, BB's always been a girl brimming with life. I don't sense any of that vigor within the virtual projection here. If Melflip was right, then messing with the core has caused BB to start breaking down, then...
何か質問があるのでしたら口頭でお願いします。ちっぽけな人間の意見なんて前書はおろか考慮にすら値しませんが。
She says she refuses me, but the circuit between us is still open. I felt a sliver of hope in that. Is BB actually an AI gone rogue? Is she an enemy we have to defeat? I should... There we go, I almost forgot about this. Yeah, worry about BB. She's an enemy I must defeat, there's no refuting that fact. Still, just because that's true doesn't mean I should be feeling happy about her self-destructing, I think. I just fully realized it now. I'm worrying about BB. I'm fighting to protect the moon cell, and at the same time, I'm afraid that the moon cell will delete BB. That's fine. I want to leave the core alone. I want to stop stop trying to enter the moon cell's core. Bracing myself, I say it out loud.
それは不可能です。この CCC が成立している以上、私とムーンセルは同化しています。ムーンセルが私を使うのか、私がムーンセルを使うのか。その際を私は問題視することができません。もう。
She integrated with the moon cell already? Something's off about BB saying, it's not adding up. However, it's a fundamental law that AI isn't live. BB speaking the truth, well, the moon cell is still safe and sound, so what's to do with this discrepancy here?
これ以上の質問はないようですね。では。
お待ちを。これが本当に最後のようですから、私からも一つ指摘したいことが。
いいでしょう。サーバント、キャスターの発言を許可します。
あなた、本当はムーンセルなんてどうでもいいんじゃないですか？本当の目的は別なんでございましょう。
Yep. And she clocked her.
だっ って人類を欲望から解放するとか、そんなの黒桜さんの趣味じゃないし。あなた、何を守ろうとしているんですか？
それは、私は、ただ、あの日々を。いえ、その指摘は誤りです。私はムーンセルと同化し、ムーンセルとして人類を管理します。その結果がネオテニーによる滅亡であろうと、私は静着として認識します。人類のエンディングは自滅であると。ですが、あの急行車は例外です。虚数空間には無限の時間があり、あの場所は永遠を具現化したもの。生命の本能に従ってください。そこにいれば助かるように、あの領域は作られたのですから。
The circuit breaks. It seems like communications interference over the labyrinth disappeared at the same time.
チェックポイントがあるはずよ。見つけたら起動させて、こっちに戻ってきて。
The mission from Rin is the same as before. Seems that communications reveal took place instantly within span of a second. It was made to provide safety when in it. These words beg a natural question: for whose safety exactly? Yeah. Well, anyway, let's just grab our stuff and get out of here.
この貢がれる感じがたまりません。宝は女を落とし、二人の家財といたしましょう。
Alright, time to get out of here. The exit is next to the wall, the thing, so yeah, there's the wall. Let's just get the hell out of here. This Meltor's relief. With design more seductive than any other, it represents just how she embraces her lovers all. It exemplifies this alter ego's constitution.
調子乗るなってんです。
Bother, Meta Gilf is so insecure about her dinky flat chest, she's lewding herself to overcompensate. You can't just throw it all out there. True sex appeal is exemplified when it's hidden. A goddess should know how to act tastefully. I mean, she's not wrong. Cassie looks eager to face Melchlif. As much as I like to enter the relief now, I'll need Rin to help in order to do so. Let's head back to the student council room and go over the strategy. This time we finish things with Melchlif and then BB. What Cassie said about sex appeal stuff, she's not wrong about that, I'll say. Alright, let's just do this student council thing and then we can call it a day for now. The mood throughout the student council room is grave. Shinji's death for our final battle against Melchor, the second showdown with BB, what awaits us afterwards. But all these items on our plate, Rin and Rani, silently absorb themselves in their work. Welcome back, Hakuno. We're done cleaning the 18th floor. Are you feeling in good shape? No problems, I reply. I am feeling more tired, but it's no time to be resting in my room. For Shinji's sake, who made this possible, we need to infiltrate Melchor's mind as soon as we can. Okay, it should be good. Sakura, the course of infiltrating realigned with Melchor's biological pattern should be safe for use now. Okay, I'll check. The course was revealed at the same time, harmonic sync projections. Everything is excellent. A AAA rating. Excellent job, Rin. Phew, we're ready for our end then. That's up to you, Haku. I don't need to even bother checking, I see. There it looks says we were about to jet off. Then the usual final checks, our schedule may have changed, but the outcome we want hasn't. Haku will infiltrate Melchor's mind in the feature in the center. After that, it's the end of the labyrinth. You'll storm into the moons and to the floor that's connected to the moon cell's core. BB will be there trying to hack her way past the defensive barriers to the core. Victory is ours if we stop BB from breaking through the core's barriers. Or if we ignore BB and return to the near side, I can manage making a gate to the near side with my privileges somehow. There's no need. We won't push you further when we already have. Plus, you have other options currently more effective. All Hakuno has to do is enter the core. A master like Hakuno won't be hurt by entering the Moon Cell's core. My hypothesis is that Hakuno and Caster will be treated as heirs and returned to the near side. Once Hakuno returns to the Holy Grail War, maybe illegal activities will be revealed. The Moon Cell will automatically delete BB. That's true, has been the best solution we have. Thankfully, BB has tunnel vision on those barriers. Once our plan starts, we should mostly be stuck in a fight of strength against the Moon Cell. Small misstep should cause BB to be incinerated instead. That's why she arranged Meltwood to be your final defense. Right now, even if BB knew that Shinami was near and on the way, she can do nothing about it. All she can do is project images. More favorable for us. Ultimately, the question is whether BB will break the barriers down first or will defeat Meltwood first. It's basically all that matters. We're counting on you, President Haku. Of course, I'm not in agreement. Once I'm ready, I'll head to the final barrier. We're also rushing to analyze the 10 crown skills, but let's focus on Meltwood right now. Once Hakuno reaches the sculpture or Meltwood, we'll begin our final operation. I'm sorry, Sakura, I know you're at your limit, but please, run 5 meditations one more time. Yes, please leave it to me. I'll be okay. I have plenty of memory to spare. So long as there's just one more time, I'll be fine. Safely and surely, I'll send Shinami in. Mission start. Alright. I'm gonna ask you something. How about Meltwood? I figured she would ask me this at some point. Rain and Ronnie said something about my divine gentleman to me, but Sakura's a different story. That girl, Meltwood, she's part of the Sakura series. She has some things to you. Sakura looks away slightly embarrassed. Meltwood said she likes me. She did all those things just because she likes me. Maybe the Sakura here understands where she's coming from? Despite how Meltwood looks, do you consider the Alter Ego to be part of my series? Yes. Sakura's eyes widen. She's lost for words. The short, actually very long silence eventually breaks. It's odd. I thought I wouldn't like the idea of being lumped together with them, but I feel relieved. In any case, I'm happy to hear that. Alright, let's go to my room just to see if Cass has anything more to say. She has. Awesome. An achievement. Item folders open 100. Unbelievable. Thought you would open 100 item folders by this floor. Your enthusiasm is a joke, darling. No joke. But if possible, I like it if you could direct the teensy bit of that persistence towards collecting my love. That's the thought. My ears. They're not protecting. You just can't make a joke. I think part of you is wonderful too, though. For all your hard work, I'd like to support you as a gift. Just take it. Yay, we got an elixir. That's pretty cool. You got an extra elixir, so it's good to have. Alright, that is gonna be it for now. Let's goof off a save here, and anyways, that's gonna be it for now. Next time we are gonna go ahead and fight Meltwood. We are, I think, 3 levels ahead of what we should be, and yeah, we look at how little Casper's health is. God damn. Oh, before I forget, I'm just gonna switch this because I know in the next part I'm gonna forget if I don't change it now. Where is it? Nope. Where the hell is it? There we go. Physical damage and stun on enemies. There we go. Sort of repentance. This the code. You can take a look at her stats just to see. D, D, C, B, and C. Yeah. That seems about right. Alright. That is about it. Next time we're gonna go ahead and do the Meltwood boss fight. I don't know how. I'm sure it should be alright. I do think the most annoying battles already passed us. Passionate and Garna are the most annoying fights in the game. I think it should be alright. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for more Fate Extra CCC. Ciao.